Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural episode, if you don't know what inaugural means, the first episode of the General Audience Podcast. My name is Justin, that is Nick, and that is Jay. And behind the camera, behind the scenes, handling everything back there, we have Broderick, producer Rick. Say hi, Broderick.
Hello.
There he is. You just heard him right there. And this podcast we're going to talk about everything happening in the world of entertainment. Movies, television, Comic-Con, just everything. Halloween, as different holidays come up. Everything happening in the world of film, in the world of entertainment, we're going to be covering it right here.
Yeah, as all of your favorite pop culture stuff, as we'll be talking about all that. So,
Trivia. Producer Rick is going to give us...
Mr. P. Rick is going to
P. Rick.
deliver us some trivia.
10 questions about Marvel, right?
Yep, we'll start them off with about 6 of them about the Fantastic Four, then we'll go into more Marvel stuff.
Amazing.
First one, who created the Fantastic Four?
Jack Kirby.
Was it Jack Kirby? And Stan Lee, right?
And Stan Lee.
Okay.
Goes to Justin, he said both of them.
what
Stan's
are
great.
our rules for this? Are we
Okay.
going to raise our hands, or are we going
Let's
to...
raise our hands.
Okay,
Sorry,
raise your hands.
my bad, guys.
Raise your hands.
Jack
Next
Kirby and
question.
Stan Lee.
What issue of The Amazing Spider-Man did the Fantastic Four show up in? first?
GG.
Nick?
31.
No.
10.
No.
Dang it.
4?
No. It was Amazing Spider-Man #1.
I was close, man.
Ooh, wow. I did not know that.
Actually,
The first...
Amazing Fantasy.
He was in the first...
No,
the
Amazing
first
Fantasy
issue.
was the first Spider-Man issue.
I know,
The
I'm
first
just- I'm
Amazing Spider-Man, they showed up in.
okay.
I didn't know that.
My
I didn't
bad.
know that.
I'm being tech.
I'm gonna get cooked in the
Okay.
comments.
That's all right. That's all right.
What kind of rays cause them to gain their powers? Justin.
Cosmic, right?
Yes.
I almost said
Correct.
gamma.
We'll go with microwave.
Would have been good.
We're getting cooked.
Someone else.
Microwaves.
What is the name of their headquarters? Justin.
Baxter Building.
Correct.
There's a bias toward you. There's a bias toward you. This game's rigged.
I've rigged this.
He's rigged it.
What is
He's
the
rigged
Thing's
it.
catchphrase? Jay.
It's clobbering time.
Correct.
That's my
and
goat,
for
and I missed
bonus
it.
points, how does he get that catchphrase in Fan 4 Stick?
His brother abuses him.
Correct.
Masterpiece.
Absolute. It's just the greatest thing in cinema.
It's a dark and gritty Fantastic Four is what the world needed. It just wasn't ready for it yet.
Yeah.
Like, it just...
They should have just
You
made a
guys
second
can
one.
stop.
I know. Fant 4 Stick 2. 2 Fant, 2 4 Stick. I mean, like...
Okay.
let's
Now
go.
on to more Marvel. Where is Captain America from? Jay.
Brooklyn.
Correct.
Duh.
Nick, you
Said
need to
Vietnam.
step it up here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm...
Come
I
on,
raised my
let's go,
hand, but
let's
everybody
go.
else gets called but me.
Okay. What type of scientist is Bruce Banner? Justin.
Gamma Ray
No.
scientist? I don't know.
Jay.
Biology.
No. Nick.
Like a super soldier scientist.
No. He is a nuclear physicist.
I was going to say pediatrician.
That's not what I.
Pediatrician.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's
for kids?
not what I
Yeah, it's
would
not bad.
have
Kids
thought
doctor.
he would have been.
Interesting. It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
Gamma.
Yeah.
What system replaced Jarvis? Jay.
Friday.
Correct.
Duh.
Jay's winning right now. Justin, you're behind by 1. And Nick, you have 0.
I'm well aware.
You're doing good.
Okay, this is a little bit harder one. You're going to have to list a few things.
No, I'm good.
What order does Thanos gather the Infinity Stones?
Oh, my...
Nick.
The power, the space, the reality, the time, and the soul. No, the soul and the time, and then mind.
Correct. I'll give it to Nick since you're at 0.
Yeah.
Now you're
That
at
was
1.
crazy.
So,
I would not have
good
gotten that
job,
even
Nick.
close.
I would have gotten it.
Okay, this one's going to be really hard. I will be surprised if you guys know it off the top
Lock
of your
in.
head. What does SHIELD stand for?
GG.
I knew it
It's-
at one point.
I don't know it, but it's like,
Like
security,
security.
Homeland, intelligence.
It's like strategic.
Strategic, Homeland,
Intelligence.
Intelligence,
Enforcement.
Enforcement, Logistical Division.
Logistics division.
You had all of them right except the I. The I is intervention.
All the rest were right.
Yes. It is Strategic, Homeland, Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division.
Wow.
What a
Wow.
mouthful.
They could have picked a
Right.
better acronym,
Next.
I think.
I'm surprised I said it all right. And that's it for trivia.
Amazing. Give it up for producer Rick.
P. Rick.
I'll be here all week.
We are now going to move into our full spoiler-free reviews, discussions on the brand new Marvel movie MCU, The Fantastic Four: First Steps. There's going to be a spoiler review towards the end of the video after this, but right now it's going to be completely spoiler-free, so don't worry about getting spoiled if you haven't seen the movie yet. Obviously, go watch the movie if you haven't. But who wants to start? What are your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I think we should start off by just giving it a score.
Okay, I dig it.
What do you like, out of 10 or stars or?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, anything?
Out of 10.
Yeah, out of 10.
Okay. Well, I think honestly, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling.
I gave it a 9, a 4.5 out of 5, so a 9 out of 10 is what I gave it.
I think I gave it a 4.5 stars, but I think I'm more towards like a 8.5.
Okay.
Is where I'm sitting. So
Okay.
I think that's what.
Okay, do you want to get into what we liked? Have to be louder, by the way.
I guess maybe let's start just discuss the cast,
Okay.
because like I think the cast was amazing in this movie.
Okay.
I thought they all did incredibly well. However, I cannot see Pedro Pascal as anybody but Pedro Pascal. I did not see him as Mr. Fantastic in this movie.
He's in too much. And, like, he's a good actor. He's a good performer. But, like, you have Last of Us. You have Gladiator. You have this. You have Mandalorian. Like, he is in so
He's in
many
everything.
projects. And I'm like, he did a good job with what he was given. The script was good.
Oh yeah.
And, like, the way that he portrayed him, I thought was really good. But
I just think he's too famous of a person to
yeah.
cast in there.
he's way too oversaturated.
I generally think the one part. Actually, this would be more spoilers. Never mind, that's later.
Cut
Okay.
that. Cut that.
Rick is trying to give us spoilers in our spoiler-free review.
But don't worry, we stopped him.
Yeah. We're
I saw
holding him
myself.
back at bay.
But yeah, me personally, I don't really have that issue with him being in everything. I think I'm able to separate the artist from the art, and just, you know, I thought he gave a good enough performance as Reed, because he was able to portray that person who gets so lost in the science, and might be someone who gets too focused on it, and maybe will, without spoiling, does something or does things that the others might not agree with.
100%. I think it took me a while. Like at the very beginning, as the movie was going, I'm like, that's Pedro Pascal. Like a good 75% of the movie, I'm looking at Pedro Pascal and these other characters. But towards the end, something happens and he shows quite a bit of range, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, like he's Mr. Fantastic, and like the way that he's emoting and just giving this performance towards the end, I'm like, okay, like he sold me. It did take a while. I didn't have that problem with anyone else, quite frankly. I've heard people kind of were worried about Joseph Quinn, but I thought he was great.
See, honestly, I'm not too sure why there was a lot of like pushback against Joseph Quinn being the Human Torch, because I thought he was always going to be good in the role.
I think
Yeah,
this is
I
the
thought-
best iteration of Johnny, easily,
Yeah.
that
He
we've ever
felt
had.
like Johnny Storm
Yeah.
to me.
I thought he was great, and I thought that he will be great from the moment that he was cast.
Yeah.
Like especially him playing Eddie Munson in Stranger
Right.
Things.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Mhm.
But I've heard some people like say he just he just doesn't look like Johnny Storm. But I don't get where
No.
any of that comes from.
No,
because especially with like the I think it's a wig he's wearing, but it just the blonde hair looks good. He wears blue contacts to have the blue eyes, so I think he was great, and just he acted like he wasn't overly arrogant.
Correct.
I would say, but I think he's at a point in as a character where he probably has had some growth.
for sure.
So, because we know from the trailer, so it's not spoilers, that they've been this team for a while.
A while.
So there's been development
Mhm.
between their origin and this movie.
They also, the way that they handled Johnny, like, I think they got his attitude really well, but he was also incredibly competent. Like,
Oh, yeah.
not going to go into specifics, but he contributes a lot.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting that because, you know, he's the comic relief, you know, he's the hothead, literally, and he does stuff, and he does a lot, and, like, that helps everyone, and I'm like, wow, like, that was really cool to see him not only given progression, like you said, but just from the beginning, I'm like, okay, this is a different take, but it's still in the roots of how, you know, Kirby and Lee established them all those years ago.
Yeah, because he's a womanizer and a hothead, but he's also really smart. He's a freaking astronaut.
Yeah.
Right.
He has to be
Right.
smart to be able to do that, and so that's something that's portrayed in this film that you don't see in other versions. So I think that was really good.
I think all four of them are very competent individuals.
100%.
And it's very satisfying to
Mhm.
watch.
They're a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
but they're also a family. And I was talking with my uncle, and he was like, he also appreciates the early 2000s Fantastic Four movies, as I do. I give them the credit for making me a Fantastic Four fan. They're not the best movies, but they are, you know, miles better than Fantastic. And he was like, we really liked Chris Evans as Johnny, but he was kind of a moron. Like, he was a hothead, but he was just kind of an idiot. But in this, he rides the line really well. Like, he's not an idiot. He's very smart and capable, but he's just kind of goofy. And I think that was the best thing they did, was not make him a moron. Like, they didn't make him... Yeah, I think they did well. I think every single person in the cast nailed it. And it's not a big cast. It's not a big cast at all.
I guess we've discussed Pedro and Joseph, so let's just go on to just individual characters. So let's go with Ben now.
I thought he was great. He was probably one of my favorite characters in the film. However, he doesn't have a Boston or New York accent. Kind of wish he would have had more of that.
I think he had the least amount to do in this movie, but that's not to say that he wasn't great. He was still really good with the things that he had in the movie. He has a smaller side plot throughout that doesn't really affect the main plot, but it's still kind of nice to see, with like especially comparing it to like a similar storyline that he's had in the older movies.
Right.
So I think
you can tell that they probably cut some of his stuff, because there are shots in the trailer of him, like when it's snowing, and it's just not in the movie. That was kind of a spoiler, but whatever. So yeah, he wasn't sidelined, which I was thankful for. Like, every family member is important and integral to whatever the story might be, in spoilers. But yeah, I think he did have the least amount to do. But that being said, there's not a single member of the family that didn't have those moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, that was amazing. Like, every member had at least one or two moments or shots where I'm like, wow, that was unbelievable. And yeah, Thing is no different. He's probably my favorite comics character in general, and just seeing the world and seeing him portrayed in a way that's faithful but also kind of its own thing, was really refreshing.
I think one thing that I guess we'll discuss more with like special effects, but like I was worried that the Thing would look super CGI. Wasn't a problem for me
At all
in the movie.
He looked unbelievable.
He did, and his close-up scenes, the CGI is very well. However, in some of the more like further out scenes, he does look quite CGI. You can tell.
See, I don't
and
agree.
there was a scene where he has cookies, and I can definitely tell
Yeah.
that the cookies aren't real. And normally it's fine, but whenever I notice it, I'm like, oh.
There is one moment where he's holding something important.
We'll get to that.
And you can tell that's
Like, ooh.
CGI.
Yeah.
But there's like in the trailer you see the shot of him pulling the boat in the water.
Yes.
I thought on the big screen that looked amazing.
It looked so
with
good.
The water
The water physics
falling off of him. That was the moment I was like, wow, he looks real.
It was unbelievable.
Also, the Silver Surfer, she looked incredible.
Yes.
She looked
Oh my-
just like a metal lady. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
There wasn't a single moment where I'm like, I wish that was Norrin Rad. Like,
Yeah.
she was unbelievable. And again, we'll get to spoilers, but you're given a reason to care about her. And I'm like, they didn't have to do that because she was already aura farming as it was. But like, they go a little extra mile to make you. She was unbelievable. And not really sidetracked, but there was an interview that Julia Garner did, and that was her first day on set was the scene in the trailer that I Herald His Beginning, that thing. That was her very first day.
Wow.
She got to set, and they said they put her in a harness, and on a giant surfboard, and they put her in front of 350 extras, and that was her very first day.
And she
was
cooked.
that scene.
Yeah.
She cooked hard.
Yeah, she was a standout in this movie. The people that are doubting this character need to shut up because she was amazing.
She contributes to some of the most visually stunning, probably the most visually stunning, not only sequence but shots in the whole MCU.
Yeah, there's
Unbelievable.
there's one sequence somewhere in the second act
I know you're exactly what you're talking
that is just nonstop. It just goes and goes and goes, and it is amazing.
Yep.
From start to end, and Silver Surfer through the whole thing is being like a menace the whole time, and
so good.
she's causing problems and making them figure out how to stop it without spoilers.
Yep.
But it's a great sequence through and through.
Rick is telling us to be louder. I'll cut this.
Okay, what did you write on the notepad, Greg?
Here's the thing.
Did he actually write
Yes.
that? Is that what you wrote on there? So here's the fun. I was trying to read that. And I was like, this is
you guys can
important.
cut this. I was trying to get you to say it.
We'll
Here's
leave it
the
in.
thing.
Give you guys a real day in the life.
Okay.
Producer Rick just wrote, "Here's the thing," on
On
a
a
piece of
notepad.
paper, on our notepad.
Okay. So we skipped Sue.
We did. We should go back to her.
Yeah, Sue.
That's
Vanessa
the last.
Vanessa Kirby, extremely attractive, obviously, but what they do, what I was not expecting, and I'm not going to go into detail, but at the end, there's a whole sequence with her that I'm like, you are unbelievable. Like, she is insane.
Yeah, I thought she was the MVP of this movie.
Agreed. She was
Easily.
crazy cool.
And like there were quotes from before the release that I think a director or something said that like she's the lead of the movie. She's not. It's definitely still like a family group film.
Yeah.
But she's
What is Rick?
I'm just gonna interject, just kind of with Sue. I think they did a good job. They very much highlighted she's the glue of this family.
Easily.
And they
Yes,
very much
yes.
showed it. If that's what you're looking for, Jay.
yeah, but just yeah, exactly exactly what he was saying. Just she is the foundation of the family. She's the foundation of the movie, and just her journey that she goes through as a mother is super.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's super powerful through this whole movie, and just the things she's willing to do for her son is moving, and just it was. She is one of the best characters in the MCU already.
Easily.
Just
like
right off the bat.
Yep. Yeah, like one character would start drifting off and kind of like, I don't know, they'd get down in the dumps or something, but like she'd bring him back, and it was like she was the glue. Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. And then I think with the dynamic of all four of them, what was good because we had moments that were one on one with this person, one on one with this
Yes.
person. Because like in the older ones, you might have like Johnny and Ben doing some things, and then Sue and Reed, but won't have more like moments with other combinations.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely more mismatching with them, and seeing how they riff off of each other, which was good to see.
There are moments with everyone. Like everyone had a scene with everybody.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And
think...
it really didn't feel like there was a single character that was like the main character of the movie. It felt like
And that was
all
the best
four
part.
of them were the main characters.
I mean, I think definitely it's Reed and Sue that are like the main leads, but that's not to say that Johnny and Ben aren't important in this movie.
Agreed.
Because they're still very important.
Man, I really need to get into spoilers. I can't give a lot of examples as to why I love them. But
One more character, Galactus.
Galactus.
Yes.
Great.
He's
I
not a
did.
cloud.
He's
That
not,
is very good, yes.
He is not a cloud.
I definitely like. There's a part when he's first introduced that has a lot of like cosmic horror element.
It was-
and I feel like
oh
that should
my
be
God.
heavily leaned into,
Yep.
you know, whenever you're dealing with Galactus. And I'm definitely glad they showed that.
Ralph Ineson killed it.
He did.
And there's an interview where he said it's practical mixed with CGI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are they going to do that with a guy that's 500 stories tall?
Yeah.
I see it.
Mhm.
It was so effective because I'm like, oh wow, that looks like a real like a real being. I don't know what they did. Like all the lighting was on point. Like there were a couple of CGI moments that we'll get into, like small moments, but there wasn't a second where something big or grandiose was happening where I was like, that doesn't look like some of the best shots in a movie I've seen the past 10 years. Like it looked incredible, and Galactus was no like when we were introduced to him. I'm not going to give you guys the context yet, but I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah, he was great. I thought that this would be a character that's going to be very tough to do
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
in a live action movie, and I think they knocked it out of the park.
I agree.
And I think, I guess
Also-
I can't say that, but yeah, he was great.
And he felt very much a threat. Like an almost unbeatable
Big
threat.
time.
Mm-hmm.
They did very well with him.
Yeah. So, is there anything else that we need to talk about?
Music was amazing.
Oh,
Michael
score,
Giacchino
yep.
obviously
Mhm.
delivers top 3 scores in the MCU so far. I mean, you can make the argument that Avengers, that doesn't... I don't know. The score is so different here. It's not your standard orchestral. It's very different. It's very peppy and retro sci-fi, and like just the way that it's... And there's kind of some lyrics. I thought it was unbelievable. I've been listening to the soundtrack ever since we saw the movie on Thursday.
And also the setting that they're in, the retrofuturism of the 60s.
So good.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It wasn't just the 60s. It was like an alternate 60s where they had progressed quicker than us.
Oh,
Like,
is-
it was
is
so
it-
cool.
Was it this? Is it the '60s or is it like present day? How the '60s thought the future would look?
I think it's set more present
think
day.
it- Oh, is it really?
I think so. I don't think
Oh,
it's
I
set
didn't
like
know
in the
that.
60s.
Which, okay, duh. That makes sense because it's going in tandem with the Avengers. Never mind. Ignore that.
And it could be. 'Cause
Yeah.
They don't really say.
Which that's one of my
Yeah.
What?
couple gripes.
I was gonna say that's just a theory.
Oh.
But credit scenes. Stay for those. Or
There's 2 of them.
Yeah,
2
there's
credit
2 of them.
scenes.
Second one, whatever. But the first one, you need to stick.
stay.
I say
Holy
stick for both of them.
cow.
I like them both.
I don't even remember what the second one was. I remember it was funny. Oh, that's right.
You'll find out.
Yeah, it was
In a little
fun.
bit, during
Not
spoilers.
necessary, but the mid credit is very important, and I need to get into spoilers. There's so much
I
to
feel like
say.
it's already getting into
I
spoiler
have to. I
territory.
have to say
That's-
stuff.
All there is 2. Watch them both.
Well, we don't tell them what they are. We haven't told them what they are.
But you're telling them whether or not they're important.
That's fine. That's all right. That was on the internet.
But yeah, movies are great. I gave it a 8.5.
I gave it a 9.
I think it's a very solid MCU movie. Definitely in the top quarter of MCU movies. they've ever released.
Easily. Yeah.
Yep. So go see it. Now,
Spoilers.
spoilers.
Who wants to start?
I think let's start right at the before the movie starts. The Marvel logo.
I did very much enjoy that.
I liked
It's
it.
very different
Yeah.
from normal.
It felt warranted.
Yep.
I like
Unlike
that.
in others.
I liked it in Captain America also, but
See,
I don't hate that movie like you do.
see. Okay. Here's the thing. So
Here's the
I
thing.
thought. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
I thought that Cap 4 had some really great ideas. They were all terribly executed, but I was in when I saw like the opening and it was, different. I was like, "Ooh, okay, I kind of like this." And then the movie happened and it was nothing like the opening. But like with this, it commits. It is a happy, obviously the situation is dire, but it commits to the world building, the setting that it's in. So that opening I thought was earned. Whereas I don't think Cat 4, I have to stop going on rant about that
Yeah.
movie. But yeah, the opening was good. Opening was good.
And then so movie starts and I think the opening scene is the pregnancy scene, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
where she's in the bathroom.
And
Yeah.
then she shows Reed the pregnancy test.
Yep. He's trying to find the iodine or whatever. That was good.
Yeah.
I loved, and again, my uncle, he said that like the biggest strength was when we get that like kind of towards the very beginning, where the talk show's about to go on, and it gives like the highlight reel of them going to space. Masterfully done. It gives you enough for the people who don't know if you somehow don't know who the Fantastic Four are, but people like us, it give us a nice refresher, like what the context of that scene was, and it was awesome. Like, we didn't have another 30-minute going to space, getting our powers. I loved it. I love that they didn't ignore it, but they gave us just enough.
Yeah, it was just like a quick montage, and then like we hear the audio of them screaming, which I thought was pretty cool.
Me too.
And then they have their powers, and then there's a whole montage of them
Saving
superhero.
So great. I cannot.
Like,
That's free.
When he kicks that monkey off the platform.
Yes!
It's
flying into the water.
It goes flying. That was great.
Oh yeah. The one of the monsters is from the very first issue. Almost exactly that comic panel is in the movie.
That's very true. That is the Fantastic Four Volume 1 Omnibus, the first 30 issues. No big deal. It's kind of cool.
Subtle
But yeah,
flex.
the opening montage was amazing, and just seeing them superhero.
And it cuts on brand 4 years later.
Yep.
Yeah.
4 years later.
There's a lot of four stuff throughout.
Yep. There's a lot of time jumping in general that when they land, I guess I'm kind of cutting forward a little bit, but we can go back.
That's fine.
When they land back in space from talking to Galactus, and they're like, they've spent, 6 months or 1 month in space. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Like, that was a long time, or 3 months.
Just because they were flying around that star.
But I'm like, whoa.
Yeah,
and then like towards the end when it's snowing, I'm like what? Like, how late are we? Like, how much time has actually passed? But looking back, it makes sense because you can see Franklin growing up a little bit, and so that kind of makes sense. But they could have been a little more clear of... Yeah, Ben grew a beard. So I guess maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But I feel like it could have been a little more, hey, we're 2 months later. Hey, we're 3 months later. Yeah. But maybe that was just me not using my context clues.
One little detail I did like is whenever they did launch the rocket up to go meet Galactus, is it's called the Excelsior.
Yeah.
Yes,
I caught
Stanley.
that.
I love that.
I was like, oh, that's a nice little reference to him. Mm-hmm. Also, the universe that they're in, 828, is Jack Kirby's birthday.
Jack Kirby's birthday.
Because
that was awesome.
They showed that in the credit where it said 828 and
it split up.
It split to the date of his birthday.
Can we talk about Doom?
Let's wait for that.
Okay.
But so early on we establish like a back and forth with Reed and Johnny, where we learn about the teleportation device, and then we learned about the discs with the languages.
Yes. Yeah.
That Johnny starts to piece together, and I thought that giving Johnny something to do throughout the movie that shows his intelligence was great, and showing how he was able to piece together an entire alien language based off of one sentence that he had translated. Just it showed how smart he was, and just adds to his character, and it's so in character how he gets that sentence from
it's so good.
Trying to flirt with the Silver Surfer. Because she tells him something in a language, and then later on he has a chance to ask her what it meant, and she tells him, and so that's the basis he has to go off of to translate the entire rest of the language. So.
Not only did it give Johnny something to do and like give him just more depth and just get to know Johnny a bit better, but yeah, it also, this guy's not a moron. Like, yeah, he's a little bit arrogant, he's a little bit goofy, but he can very much hold his own. And he deciphered an entire alien language. And something that some movies don't do, like it showed everyone's individual reactions to finding out that he did this. So like Reed, we find out like, oh my gosh, you did this, and Sue like kind of gives him crap because she's her brother.
I can't read that.
Tied into the plot.
Yes, and it tied into the plot, 100%.
Yes.
Like it wasn't just eating screen time. It was, wow, we can now decipher this because of what Johnny did. No one else thought to do that, right? But Johnny did. I thought that was very cool.
And then like his back and forth with Silver Surfer, like throughout, like it also it was not just oh, she's hot. it was also like
And there was a little bit of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it,
valid.
It was
valid.
definitely that valid.
Yes.
But it was also like out of respect, also
Yes.
because he knew that she was really cool, because she beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
Early
showing
on.
the scene where she's on her planet, and she's like taken by Galactus or something, right? Or like she
'Cause she gives herself up to be his herald.
Yes.
So that it
Like-
spares her planet.
That's what it was.
Yep.
That was amazing. That whole scene, you can. It was so good. They didn't have to put it in
He's,
there.
like
but they
playing
did.
all the screams of her victims
Yes.
into her. He's
Oh
like, these are all
gosh.
people who are trying to save her planet.
Yes.
Or their planet, just like you did. We're just
And that's
trying to save
true.
ours.
Like they're the exact same. Like they're the exact same person. Like
Yeah.
they're in the exact same situation.
Mhm.
And then Johnny was like, I also thought like several times, Johnny was willing to sacrifice himself. Like he's like I felt like he was like unhappy on Earth. He wants to go back into space. He wants to go back into space. He's like, take me and not Franklin. And he's like at the end, he's like, take me. I'm like he was very noble.
Yeah, and also
and
like the
that's-
final like battle, he's flying to go shove Galactus
Yes,
back into the bubble and
yes.
go with him.
Yeah,
And then oh my gosh,
yeah,
what a
and then
good
and
scene.
then she does come in and stop him, but like he was going to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like he cares about his family.
It was like ending of Last Jedi, except this was warranted.
It gave me the feeling of the one comic book with Annihilus where he closes the portal and that leads into Future Foundation where he sacrifices himself. That cool scene with he yells flame on and the portal closes and the rest of them get out.
Oh wow.
I thought that was a cool little kind of reference to that.
Like a
kind of
parallel?
maybe, but showing that he's willing to do that. I
Yeah,
think that's cool.
100%. They didn't go overkill into any part of really any of their attitudes. Like they all felt very much like real people, and the script definitely helped with that. Like this script is airtight.
Yeah, and then another, like, also early on that I mentioned that they set up the portal thing or the transporting thing, and like later on they build a lot of them.
Yep.
And then Silver Surfer just comes
Oh
in
my
and destroys
gosh.
them all so fast. Just from city to city to city to city, over and over and over again.
I was distraught.
Yeah,
Like,
you,
no, they're so close.
they're right there, and just
It's gone.
plan ruined.
That's that several times. Like you're just like we're hopeless.
Yeah,
Like what are we gonna do?
So I really thought Galactus was gonna win.
Me too. Yeah, me
I
too.
think
yeah. From the Thunderbolts credit scene.
There is
Yeah.
I think it might have been you, but I was talking. I'm like, Doomsday is better. Like it's got to be like 3 hours long because they have a lot of bridges to like
Build.
connect. Because it helped this movie by not connecting itself to the rest of the MCU because this is the most standalone movie since like the first Iron Man. I would argue.
Yeah.
It is almost
Completely.
entirely, and that's the best part about it. But there's a lot that has to happen. Like, why did they leave? How did they get to the MCU Earth? Like, what did they? There's a lot that has to be done, and so I'm hoping that Doomsday is like an hour 40, and like because this movie wasn't even 2 hours, and
This movie did go by extremely fast.
I have never had a movie that
well,
I looked over to you and I'm like,
that was it.
it's over?
It is under 2 hours though.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
but
because I watched it again last night and it went even faster.
yeah,
I was like, wow.
and that is 100% a compliment to the pacing and the
Yeah.
writing and just it's set up kind of unconventionally because I have a hard time breaking that up into 3 acts because it just kind of keeps going. And so when it was over, I'm like, because I was expecting, hey, Galactus actually isn't dead and he's eating your world. You have to leave and go to the Avengers. No, it was over. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Which
really,
is fine.
They really don't explain the Thunderbolts credit scene at all.
At all.
So they'll have to like do that in Doomsday.
So I'm guessing it's kind of inferred that since Doom takes Franklin,
Yeah.
Which is
Well,
that
I'm
like
guessing-
MCU's Doom and like he
I'm
moved
guessing it's
over
the
to
MCU's,
Franklin?
and that he crossed universes to grab Franklin because he's such
Right.
a powerful being.
Because he's probably the only one. Because they said that Silver Surfer and Galactus, there is only one of them. They're the cosmic beings, and so there's no variance. And so maybe that's like because Franklin's cosmic or he's power cosmic too. So maybe the
He's
entire
insanely
yeah,
powerful.
because maybe the entire every reality there's only one Franklin's power cosmic maybe.
I generally think that Doom is still from this universe just because they very much hint at Latveria in the scenes with Susan. They have Latveria
Mhm.
there, which is what Doom rules.
Mhm.
Right.
So I think he's from that universe, and he he finds out because Doom's smart. He's strong.
For sure.
He probably at this point knows about it. So, also another thing with Doomsday, they also have to set up why the X-Men are there from
There's
the
so
original
much.
X-Men.
They have so much
So
to
I'm
do.
guessing it's gonna be like an incursion. But I'm still just trying to
Uh-huh.
understand how
It's a lot.
why the Fantastic Four would swap universes
Exactly.
without a reason.
Yeah, because,
To me, that makes
because
most
what else would
sense
it be? Is
Is
Doom
Franklin
takes him
gets
because
taken
of the
to a
MCU?
different one?
I definitely agree that I think that this Doom is the 828 Doom,
Fair.
and that for whatever reason he's gonna take Franklin to the main MCU.
Yeah.
But just how or why, we don't know yet. We'll find out next year.
Next year. Well,
So-
it's December now, isn't it? It got pushed back.
I think it's probably pushed again.
Yeah,
I believe
I
8
definitely
million actors.
I definitely think because it's currently slated for December, but I think
it could get pushed back again.
I think they'll push it back to the next May for that summer release.
Yep.
Same with
You want a summer.
same with Secret Wars.
It's been pushed back a lot. I don't know what do you do? There's so much.
Because I mean, with the original Infinity War and Endgame, all the characters had several movies and several appearances in movies. They had multiple
And
times.
it's one
even different
universe.
characters. Yeah,
Well,
but with a bunch of these characters, they only have one movie, or they only appeared in a TV show once, and I just feel like there's a lot that they're going to have to make to fit into the story.
and on top of that, we have now 3 different universes with X-Men and Fantastic Four, and now the main MCU.
I really think they could have made Brave New World like a Civil War type with a bunch of characters from the MCU in the movie.
If it was good, they could have done something similar.
Well, I heard this take from someone. It was either you or it was a different podcast that to think about Doomsday more as a Avengers 1 and not as an Infinity War to an Endgame.
Fair.
Think
That
it
does make sense.
think it as the first movie whose whole job is to bring these characters together in an ensemble film.
That's a good take.
I heard that from the Escape Pod podcast.
It probably was that.
It was the
It probably
Escape
was
Pod.
that.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew and Alex from the Escape Pod.
Yeah, because it's that's a really good point. Is its entire point, and the first Avengers did that very well, and it was very organic. Is bringing these characters in and giving them a nice story, and that's actually a really great take.
Yeah, because
It was only 6 characters, and we're
And
talking upwards of 20.
We're
for the new
talking
one.
about
easily
a team of 4, a team of 6, and probably another
5
team
counting
of 6.
Franklin.
yeah,
That's Doom.
because we're
Yeah.
thinking it.
Because we've seen Doom once. We haven't seen him at all. I mean, it's like a 5-second, not even.
You're just his back.
I
You didn't see
could've
his
seen
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Next
We have
movie,
to go.
Spider-Man, isn't it?
yeah, Spider-Man in July.
Was that Brave Something New Day?
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. Brave New World.
Which it has been confirmed that it's going to be a straight level movie.
I am excited for that.
So
About
that's
time.
going to be
Which, I mean, I'd rather have no movies in between the 2 Avengers movies.
I agree.
yeah.
Well, I think Spider-Man's going to be on his own. Like, it's not
Yeah.
going to have anything to do with it.
But I think
and that
there-
too,
there
because everyone
will
forgot
be-
him.
I think it's going to be
Yeah.
the Punisher, actually, is going to be in there with him.
There it
Well,
is.
I
I
know,
mean, but
because I
the
know the
Pun-
deal with Sony is that they have to have one MCU character in there.
But, I mean, like, the Punisher ain't going to probably show up in Doomsday, though. That's,
Too cosmic and crazy.
yeah.
You never know.
Sure.
Maybe Secret Wars, because
Maybe, yeah.
Secret Wars is going to be crazy.
That's Scrolls, right? Isn't that what the Secret Wars was?
No,
No, that's Secret Invasion.
Secret
The
Wars
show,
is
that
generally the
crappy
story.
show
Yeah,
that,
show, yeah.
that we had.
Secret Wars is generally storyline where it's kind of has to do with Battle World, where all these heroes are getting put against each other, and whoever wins, like, their world gets
Weird.
destroyed, and it's.
What a weird movie
And
idea.
I think by the end, it merged a bunch of worlds that we now have as our continuity for like 616.
What am I thinking of? And someone can let me know. But like they invade. Nick Fury takes a bunch of Avengers and they invade Latveria without the governments. They don't know that, and so they start a war with Latveria.
Is that like a comic?
What story is that? I thought it was Secret Wars, but maybe not.
Because you're definitely hearing like Nick Fury and Secret and thinking that, but it's Secret Invasion.
Well, because it was the building blocks for the Ultimate Alliance 2 game. The whole first half of that is adapting this story where you invade Latveria and the government has no idea, and so you get in a bunch of trouble. But I don't remember what story that was.
Okay. Here you go. Here's Secret Wars. Premise: an omnipotent cosmic entity called the Beyonder transport a group of Earth's greatest heroes and villains to a newly created planet called Battleworld. The Beyonder intends to observe them fight to see who will be victorious, promising the winner their heart's desires.
Huh.
And like key moments as Spider-Man gains his iconic black suit, Doctor Doom absorbs the Beyonder's powers but eventually loses it, and new characters like Titania, Volcana are introduced. And then the impact of the story was that this is like Marvel's first major crossover, setting the stage for future large-scale events, significantly impacting characters and developing. It is often praised for its action character-defining moments, despite some critics initially framing the story simplistic.
You should look up
When did that come out?
what I was saying.
1984.
Isn't there two different versions?
Yeah, there's Secret Wars 2.
Because I always thought that Doom was the main driver behind Secret Wars.
You need to look up
Okay, this
what's
is
the comic
probably
that
a
I'm
bit
thinking
more
of.
of what this is Secret Wars 2015. This is probably a bit more of the premise that we're gonna get for the MCU version of this. The story is built on the concept of incursions, a multiversal. Jeez, I can't talk. Catastrophe where Earth 616, the main Marvel universe, and other realities were colliding and being destroyed. Doctor Doom, Molecule Man, and Doctor Strange attempt to thwart the beings causing this, a race of powerful entities also called the Beyonders. Doctor Doom ultimately harnesses the power of the Beyonders and creates a new patchwork planet called Battleworld, formed from remnants of destroyed universes, with himself as its god.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a bit more of what our
Yeah.
MCU Secret Wars. This is what I was kind of thinking Secret Wars is gonna be, not the old one.
The 80s.
But I'm assuming if they do anything, the only thing that's gonna have to tie in with the old one is like Spider-Man's gonna get his black suit.
Yeah.
That might be.
It's going to be a hodgepodge of different stories.
Yeah.
And thrown
I
in.
think I think the initial concept is they're gonna show Doom gets the power of the Beyonders, and then Doom basically tries. And this is like Doomsday.
Yeah.
Doom gets the power of the Beyonders, or like it's gonna lead up to him getting the power of the Beyonder in Doomsday, and then they're gonna have to take him down in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I think that's generally what it's gonna try to be.
You should look real quick. Just Google, see if you can find that Marvel comic. They invade Latveria and get in trouble.
Tell us that later. Cause
Yeah.
Let's get back into the movie. That
The
we're
movie.
talking
Off
about.
top,
The
off
Fantastic
top.
Four.
So let's talk the space scene.
Oh my gosh.
This, the intro to Galactus, to the chase, to the birth.
And that's not even a
That
scene.
giant-
That is a sequence. That is
Yeah.
a large part of the middle. Oh my gosh. I can't even.
I don't know, just the giant machine bursting out of the planet and like
Yep.
just shows the machine coming out with just this
Crazy.
tiny ship in front of it.
Yep.
I don't know, I love it.
Is that a thing in the comics where he uses a machine to help him eat?
I think there's multiple iterations. The original, I think he literally ate them. But I
Yeah.
think for real, like
That's what I'm
to help
used
with
to.
our disbelief, they're like a machine converts the planet in energy and then he eats it instead of him like Asia, North America. So I think there's multiple different iterations, kind of like Unicron, where he just and then just sucks the planet up.
Because I'm used to him like actually just eating the planet.
Yeah.
So I thought that was weird at first, but I got used to it really fast.
Yeah.
And then them boarding the ship.
Oh my gosh!
And then they meet him.
Everything. Like it was shot, and this all credit goes to Matt Shackman, the director. Also did WandaVision, also in my MCU top 5, but he treated like every shot in the movie like he was making a movie. He wasn't making some product for a committee that so much of modern Marvel feels like. It feels like he was making the best film he could, and he put everything into the shots. And when Silver Surfer is chasing them and her hand slips into Sue's womb,
Oh yeah.
they didn't have to do that. But like they did, it was. I couldn't believe that I was watching an MCU movie. Like it was.
Yeah, it
I
definitely
got that a lot
feels so different than most MCU
in the
movies.
best way.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think it was formulaic because it ended way differently than I thought it would. Like there was a lot of things I was wrong about.
I mean, really, it's not an MCU movie because it doesn't take place in the MCU.
And I think that the best part about it is that
Yeah.
you can show someone who's never seen an MCU movie, that was a great movie. You can see someone that's seen every MCU movie.
I mean, even still, I mean, it could just be its own standalone movie without the MCU at all.
100%. Yep.
And then maybe after Secret Wars or whatever, we'll return to just this universe for like a sequel, or if everything's not all messed up. But
That would be cool.
we'll see what happens in the future. But just who knows?
There's also talks about the reboot
Yeah,
they might be doing. That might be in the Secret Wars.
we can talk about that more in detail probably later.
Do we want Matt, if they do a sequel, do we want Matt Shackman back?
Yeah,
I 100%.
I think it's always good to keep
they
something back.
because they
Easily.
have had a problem of not using the same record for things and not letting them finish their vision.
Yep.
That
It goes for DC too. But.
Yeah, but they just that it's that, and also the studio interference. That let them do what they want to do with it.
And it felt like they did. Like, it felt like, hey, Marvel's not in a great spot right now. We had Thunderbolts, which was great. Deadpool and Wolverine last year, 2 years or something.
Last year.
Last year was good.
Hopefully
Did well.
not 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like having an existential crisis. But obviously, Brave New World, terrible, flopped. Thunderbolts didn't even do well, but it reviewed really well.
Yeah,
And
that was
it comes
phenomenal.
from being unconventional. Like, I think this and Thunderbolts are two of the best, like, back-to-back MCU movies that we've gotten in potentially 10, 12 years. It's been crazy.
Yeah, I think for me, Thunderbolts was a top 5 MCU movie
Yep.
for me. This one, it's probably not that high, but it's still pretty high.
I think both films do different things differently. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, the messaging was much stronger in Thunderbolts, mental health and stuff. But just being, like, Fantastic Four is my favorite, like, group of heroes in comics, in Marvel, DC, whatever. And so seeing them realize this way, like, I can forgive a couple of the shortcomings, like, yeah, this was easily the best iteration that we've gotten, and you can tell that a lot of love was put into it.
Okay, so their plan to defeat Galactus, which was originally placed. So that there's the device that we talked about already, the teleportation, and their plan is to build like hundreds of those around the planet,
Yep.
so they can move it to a different solar system, to hide from Galactus for millions of years.
Yep.
So and just before the rest of it, how's that playing for you guys?
So, I think it was a big ask of me because I'm like, that's a crazy plan, like moving Earth. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, how, like, are we going to be too far from the sun? Like, what about the moon? Like, how's that going to affect it? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I guarantee Reed has thought of that.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee, he doesn't have to show us because we're smart. We can infer that the smartest guy in the world would think of this. I'm sure that he's putting us in a place where the sun will have likely the same effects, right? It might be different. It might, the whole day-night thing might be weird. But after I thought of that, I'm like, okay, no, we're good. This is the smartest man in the universe. He thought of that. Like, he's not just doing this recklessly, because also obviously it took them a while to build these. A lot of coordination, a lot of planning to build these towers to transport the Earth. And so at first I was like that's crazy. Like, that is a crazy idea. But the more I thought, I'm like, there's no better person to lead this project than Reed, and I was on board very quickly.
Yeah, I thought that it was crazy at first, but like you said, Reed is supposed to be the smartest person in the universe, or on Earth at least.
Yeah, Earth, yeah.
He definitely thought of all the
The variables and
so he had it figured out.
I think there was generally a line that he throws in at the end of the conversation, kind of when he's talking about this plan. I'm pretty sure he does throw in a line that he found that they're going to be transported to a place that's very similar to our solar system.
Yeah, and that's all I need.
So,
like, that was good.
I think it was quick and it was snuck in with the rest of the dialogue. So it was like you just kind of, it went.
It works.
Yeah.
What do you think, Nick?
I thought it was a good plan. However, I just kind of knew it wasn't going to work.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Well, I thought, because if it did work in the data transport, that something was going to go wrong. Like, Galactus was just going to find him instantly again, or like, this wasn't going to be the solution to all the problems.
I mean, we should have known that it wasn't going to work because in the trailer we see Galactus on Earth, but like in the moment and before it goes wrong, I guess I was still surprised when it did go wrong.
Yeah, so was I.
So I wasn't expecting it to go wrong like that.
No.
Like, kind of
'Cause-
just forgotten about the Silver Surfer.
Because at this point, I was still under the impression that Galactus was going to win. And so I thought something was going wrong, but maybe, like, I don't know, Earth got split in half or something. Like, only half of Earth teleported. And so that's why the Fantastic Four have to go to the MCU and be like, hey, we need help. We just broke our planet in half. Can you, like, send some people to help with that? So, like, I was still trying to look for a reason for them to show up in the MCU. But when we didn't get that, I wasn't mad because that wasn't the point of the movie. The point of the movie was to give us a good, great adventure with these characters just focused on them primarily, and they did.
I think one thing that I thought was cool was the fact that the Fantastic Four have the respect of like the entire planet, and they were able to get every country in the world to get along
Yep.
and build these
So great.
devices
The Future Foundation,
to save their world.
One of the criticisms that Grace Randolph, she did not love this movie, but she didn't like that. She didn't like that everyone was kind of kneeling before the Fantastic Four. But if they've given you no reason to doubt them, and they're the only heroes on Earth, why would you not? They have the
I do-
resources of every and like they didn't have to. A country could say no, but they still chose to. So I'm like, I don't see that as a problem because this is obviously a very different world from ours.
I know. I just did find it a little bit unrealistic that like just everybody loved him. You know, like they were just like they solve all these world problems. You know, like
Yeah.
just.
Yeah. I think that they're just desperate.
So, I mean,
at that
I
point.
understand that because
Yeah.
the world knows the planet's gonna be destroyed. But
Right.
I meant before that, whenever she's like brokering peace deals between nations and stuff like that, I'm like,
See,
I feel like they're doing a lot.
See, I thought it was cool, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
One thing to note with the whole conversation about them all, what were you guys' thoughts on the fact of they show you that they're generally loved by the world, right?
Mhm.
But then when Galactus asks for
Their child.
Franklin, they all turn on him. So like, how was that?
I-
Like, they very much they showed.
I did
that
like that
now.
too.
Yeah.
That just immediately turned on.
Yep. Well,
Which-
I thought
That's real too. I think.
100%. And it's not like, oh, I'm gonna lose money because of this. It's I'm going to die because of this. So I think it's 100% fair, and it raises a very interesting question that I didn't think a Disney Marvel film would introduce that I really liked. Is that if you could save 8 billion lives for one kid, right? It's very easy to say that as not being a parent, and I think that also added a lot of layers because Reed is a very logistical person. He looks at the facts. I expected, yeah, let's do it. You know, like it's one life for 8 billion. Why not?
I mean, in the movie, he's like, yeah, it's ethical. You know, it's available.
Yeah, and that-
you know,
It causes a rift. But
Yeah.
I like that he's like, but it's still our kid. And
Yeah.
like the themes of parenthood was so well done.
Yeah, because they mentioned that yeah, I did think about it for a moment,
But it doesn't mean that I intended on acting on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that is my
And
kid.
intrusive thoughts are not something that you can be like, you can't take that as prophecy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think that gave Sue a very strong dialogue at that one point where she's talking to the people.
yep, it was great.
And she introduces Franklin to him.
Yeah.
I think that was one of her strongest moments in the movie.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. And they never met him, and they're like, "This is my child. Like this is my family, and this is what he asked for." And then they were like, "Oh, like that is just a little baby. Like we can't really ask this woman to do this."
because
for us."
Sue's line was, I will not sacrifice the earth for my baby, but I will not sacrifice my baby for the earth.
Yes.
That was great. Or
Fantastic.
maybe it was vice versa.
It was something
But-
like that.
Yeah, but it was a powerful line that I thought was believable as something that would get the people back on
Correct.
their side.
And I
then
thought it was
inspires Mr. Fantastic.
Yep.
His plan to move the Earth. You know.
Yep. Like, yeah, it was quick, but they have years of love for the Fantastic Four, so I think the switch up would be quick when you're talking about, hey, you might die because we didn't do this. But then she talks to him, she's like, calm down, tensions are high, world might end in 10 hours, who knows? But, and like she's taking the time to go out and talk to them. Like, that was big. And I think that the fact that she took the time to do that says a lot.
I was nervous when she walked out into the crowd holding the baby,
Oh, me too.
because like I thought they were going grabbing at the baby,
Black, just take him.
and then
Hurry.
and then like maybe the powers kick in for the baby and it kills a bunch of
You
people.
have a jack on your hands. Yeah, you
Yeah.
lays and mows down. Yeah. Who
But
knows?
that didn't happen, so don't have to worry about it. But yeah, just that scene was
Agreed.
So next, so you have the devices, and then Silver Surfer comes in, destroys them all, and you feel that dread, like, oh,
Yep.
we just lost. Great.
I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was expecting something to go wrong, but I didn't think Silver Surfer was going to come and murk all
I kind of
the
forgotten
machines.
about her completely.
Me too, because they flung her off right when the black hole. She got sucked in, so we're like, oh, good, she's gone for the rest of the movie.
She was back before that.
Yeah, she returns to Galactus, and I think she like apologizes. And
Yeah.
she's like, I
Oh,
failed.
did she really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, just still, and so Galactus shows up and lands on lands on Earth, and he jumps in the water, right?
Yep.
And then you have waves.
Yeah, I love that. Didn't have to show it, and like he grabs a big chunk of soil with trees in it and smells it.
Like,
Like,
ooh.
interesting.
I thought he was gonna eat it.
I did too. I thought he was gonna start
Eat
munching.
dirt.
Yeah, planet.
I mean, that's
Call him the
that's his
wolf eater
plan,
That's his
right?
whole shtick. Yeah,
Eat the planet.
and he gives the Statue of Liberty like a
Thought he was gonna,
really
like-
condescending look.
I thought he was gonna like destroy it or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
I thought he was
I
gonna-
will be honest, the first thing that crossed my mind is like, isn't that Captain America now? I was like, oh, different world.
Yeah,
Never mind.
different
I was like, that's a
universe.
huge plot
Different
hole.
universe.
Different universe. I was like, ooh, that's bad. But no, I love that his size was great. The mixing of practical and CGI, it was awesome. And the plan that he knew that he wasn't gonna like, Galactus wasn't dumb enough to just walk into this very obviously
Obvious, yeah.
marked off area. I wish they wouldn't have marked it off. Like, just don't put that big red tape there.
Well, I
But-
think it was marked off from the original plan.
Yeah, from the original plan, it was, hey, civilians don't cross
Be
this
in
line.
That's fair. I get. Okay, that is true. Okay,
And,
I
but
never thought Galactus would even get there.
But yeah,
That's
so
true.
so yeah, the new plan is because there's one portal left.
Mhm.
The plan is to trick Galactus into going into the portal, and they are going to transport him somewhere
Yep.
far away where he can't
he's
find them.
stranded.
Yeah. And so I think that's also another great plan
Mm-hmm.
for going just off the cuff after the first plan went awry.
Yep.
And so then their original plan for that is use the baby as bait.
Yep.
And so they put him in the middle.
Yep.
And say, hey, Galactus, look, baby's right
There
here.
he is.
Come
Yep.
get the baby.
And then he finds him and goes after him, and then they swap him out and then hide him in the Baxter building.
I thought the plan itself is good. When Johnny took him and put the fake carriage down, I was like,
You
he's
didn't even put a
obviously
fake baby in
going
there.
to know. Yeah, I'm like, put a doll in there or something. Like, it's like, this is the Galactus, right? The one, like,
Yeah.
he's got to have X-ray vision. He's gonna see it's an empty crate. Put
Yeah.
something. Put a
Which he does.
fake baby in there.
Because
And he uses X-ray vision.
he sees that and then looks over.
Oh, there he is.
Sees real
Correct.
Franklin and says, "Clever bugs."
Yep.
and
Great line.
And then
Yeah.
just moves
Great
on.
delivery too.
Yeah.
Here's the question: even if they put a fake baby in it, though, he would still notice it because I think he generally was looking.
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
noticed
I
Right.
found the
That's-
X-ray, but I'm saying at least
that's what we're
But
saying.
give
just
him a
something, like
chance.
a watermelon
Yeah,
or cover it
but
up or something.
I was just wondering.
Like,
Yeah.
He can
You
see
gotta at least
thermal.
try.
Yeah.
No, but back to the plan. I really love the scene where Reed is talking to Sue, and he's like, "Oh, how are we gonna draw Galactus in?" It's like, "Well, I haven't thought of that yet." And Sue just goes, "Yes, you have." Love that.
And he's
scene.
like, "Yeah,
that
I
was
have."
that was good.
Yeah, we know you
Mhm.
have Reed.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Come on.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, because
Come on, man.
she knows her husband so well.
She knows her man.
You definitely believe them as a couple.
Yeah. Oh, you,
Yeah.
all of them. You believe that this is a family that's been.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say enough good things.
And so, finally, Galactus gets the baby.
Yep.
And so they have one last desperate push to get him in there, and so you have them all doing different things
superhero stuff.
with their powers to try and stop them, and then eventually Sue is using her force field or whatever
Yep.
it is to push Galactus
Oh my gosh,
towards
dude.
the portal. What do you guys think of that?
I
thought that
think.
was-
Yeah, go ahead.
Great. And then it really shows off Sue's power
Yeah,
and how she's pushing everything into it just to protect her son.
yeah, because
Nobody knows.
you you don't get a whole lot of invisible with the Invisible Woman, but you get a lot of her other powers.
Yeah.
Yep.
which which were displayed very
Which in
well.
the past, it was always you get a lot of invisible,
Not a lot
but
of
you don't get a
shield
lot of
stuff.
her doing anything else, like her with her force field and everything, and manipulating light and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And the fact that Matt Shackman also did WandaVision,
Mhm.
which also heavily explores themes of like motherhood and like what you would do for your kid, that when she's like pushing, like that is pure mother rage. Like,
Yeah.
give me
Yeah.
my son. Like that was so powerful to me, and I'm like, I don't think, I'm not gonna say she wouldn't be able to do it, but she would not be as motivated if she didn't have Franklin. Like if Galactus didn't have Franklin, and she's like,
Oh yeah,
Get away from
think
my
about
son,
that.
like-
That, like
I was blown away, and
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
was-
it's just that pure, like I will do everything for my kid, even what
'Cause,
happens
I mean,
next.
she literally kills herself using her powers.
Yes,
Yeah.
for her kid,
Yeah.
definitely.
unbelievable.
Definitely, without that extra like mom
Yep.
strength,
Mhm.
she wouldn't be able to do that. But with her baby in danger, that extra push is gonna be able to.
It was
come out.
crazy good, and the music and the way that it's shot, and she actually poses the same exact pose that Wanda does at one point, where she's like super leaned back and she's pushing. It's like the
Yeah.
exact same choreography there, and I thought that was a very cool touch.
But then she does get help from Ben
Yep.
because he
Knocks down
Knocks
the
down the building,
building,
yeah,
and
the pillars and
great.
it falls.
I
and
never would have
pushes.
thought of that. He's like, awesome. I'll knock down his support.
Yeah.
So he tries to grab the building. Amazing. Everyone is firing on all cylinders, and it's perfect.
And Reed gets stretched.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
that-
I
first
hated
thought he was
that.
just gonna fling him away.
In his
I-
face. You're
that's
dead.
what I thought.
But no, he just kept
I believe that happened earlier. Though.
like a kid with a bug, seeing like
That was
Ooh.
trying to
that
see.
was Ben, because
Oh yes.
Ben was gonna hit him with I think it was like a crane or
Yeah.
Oh
something.
yeah,
and then Galactus flings Ben with
No.
the crane, and he goes flying into space,
No,
and
it's,
then Johnny
it's during
saves
that
it.
same scene when he's heading to the Baxter Building to grab Franklin. Mr. Fantastic Reed grabs like something sharp, and he's climbing up his body and stabbing it.
yeah. And he's
as
opening
going.
the things.
And then he does that, and then he gets Franklin. Then the last ditch effort for
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
I mean, our timeline's
We're
a
talking
little
about
messed up.
like flinging him.
I know. I was talking about that scene happens before he ever has Franklin.
yeah.
Yeah, we're just going back and talking about other cool stuff. But
It's like, oh my
The
gosh.
timeline wasn't adding up, Jay.
it's fine. It's fine. We're just talking.
I did not like it. It's like in the Mario movie when like Bowser's like slowly pulling off Luigi's thing. I'm like, just do it. If we're gonna rip it in half, just do it. Like, it stopped. It was
Stop
so.
playing with your
It was
fruit.
so brutal. I'm like, stop.
At first, I thought that he should be fine anyway because he stretches, but also
The suit started to stretch.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
well, but also there's a difference between him stretching and someone else stretching him
that's true.
because it's against
That's a
his
good
will.
point. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's true.
Yeah, but then yeah, and then I guess going off of stretching, we don't get a whole lot of creative stretching with Reed,
Yeah.
which I could have used, not like him turning into a teapot or
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or like a tool or something, like a screwdriver and undoing a giant screw.
Correct.
But just some more creative stuff, like they did with the 2005 movie.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that it was anything bad with it, because like there's still a lot of like him doing like subtle stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
reaching around.
It's a lot of nonchalant, like reach over the chalkboard, reaching to
Mm-hmm.
pad something. A lot of that, and I'm like, cool. I guess this is part of it.
Makes sense, but
Yeah, I think there was enough. But yeah, I definitely could have even like trampoline me. I thought that would have been awesome.
oh yeah, or
like have the
even
thing
becomes a
jump on
parachute-
him.
a
and-
parachute or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Elastigirl, which I can't believe we haven't mentioned
Incredible.
the Incredibles yet. It's literally Fantastic Four, but
And then
Those were-
like Johnny, his powers they're used the most.
he got a lot.
Yeah.
He
Like-
because he was always going to meet Silver Surfer. He was the one that.
And then like
Well, I
they
really like the scene where like the thing throws that giant oil tanker onto Galactus, then Johnny lights him on fire, and like Galactus just doesn't care, like it just doesn't do anything to
All
him.
the
Yeah.
oil or gas or whatever. Yeah.
Because I liked that they played with the fact that Johnny needs oxygen to be on fire.
Yes.
Because he goes to space,
Mm-hmm.
and the fire starts going out. So I thought that was a good, like a good detail to look at. for this
There's a
movie.
lot of that. There is. I'm gonna compare it to Superman just really quick, but there's a lot of that like built into the script where it doesn't. It leaves you to assume some stuff, but it's stuff that's fairly obvious. Like Mr. Fantastic, he would think of this, right? And the oxygen thing, they did not have to do that. But there's gonna be certain people that are like, how did he do that without oxygen? Like, oh, we thought of that, so we threw it in the script. And there's one line. Superman's a great movie. There's one line where they're in the mechanic, the girl who can like turn into whatever. You know?
Spoilers for Superman.
Yeah, it's been out for almost a month. If you haven't seen it, my bad. It's not even that big. It was in the trailer. But when they break into the fortress, and she has that line to Lex, and she goes, "I'll do anything, Lex. I gave up all of my humanity." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, we know. You did not have to say that. You're an established character. Lex knows that because he did it. You don't have to say, "I know. I gave up my humanity to help you stop." We know. And there was not a single, and I was looking for it, there was not a single moment in Fantastic Four where I'm like, the director does not think we're stupid. Like, he knows that we are in. He doesn't, I love it. Like, we're not spoon-fed anything. And even like with the timing, maybe it's good that they didn't say 3 months later, 2 months later, all the time, because we know as a moviegoer that time is passing. And you can see that through everything. And they're just, the script, I think, is something that's not enough people are going to talk about, but it was written very well. And that just goes back to the oxygen thing. They didn't have to put that in there, but they did. And it was very airtight.
Smaller plot line. Mole Man.
Great.
What would you guys think of that?
I thought he was great. I wasn't really too familiar with the character. He just reminded me a lot of the Underminer from The Incredibles, which
Literally?
makes sense because he's based on him. But I thought he was great. I loved all the scenes that he was in.
There's a shot at the beginning, I think it's the beginning, where you can see Mole Man's driller behind them, and it is literally Underminer's driller thing. It is the exact same thing. I laughed. I'm like, it's literally shot for shot. It's the exact same thing, which is fine. They're both great, but I'm like, how did Disney do this? They didn't even own Fantastic Four when they made Incredibles. I'm like, so how did Fox not sue them? Because this is, I mean, it was a flawless movie, but
I'm guessing you can't copyright superpowers.
I mean, I guess, but that's true. Yeah, that's fair.
I wasn't really feeling Mole Man 100% in it. Like, it's a small thing in a movie.
Yeah.
But it's just... I love that actor. I feel like he was more putting on a performance of the character and not feeling like the character. And then also, I feel like he looked too clean as Mole
Fair.
Man.
He did.
Because
Yeah.
he should be a little bit more grubby because he's underground,
covered in
covered in dirt. But that's a nitpick.
Yeah.
And he was still fun.
I like Subterranea.
I like that
Yeah.
actor.
Really cool
I definitely
idea.
liked-
It's really
And
interesting.
they went a step further, and Sue's like, "Yep, they're registered at the UN. Like, they're a independent nation now." I'm like, amazing. Like, you guys thought of everything. Like, this is great. It's just
They
such
use them
a
to
well-made.
evacuate the city, so
Yeah.
you don't have.
But one thing that did pop in my head, I'm like, what if Galactus like falls to the ground, and everyone just dies in Subterranea?
I was thinking
Like,
too,
is the Straits
it's
gonna
like-
hold him?
Yeah.
Like, they're not that far underneath.
Yeah. I guess how deep is Subterranea?
It can't be
It
that
didn't look.
deep,
I mean, it
no.
showed him driving down. It didn't look
Yeah.
terribly deep because they felt it when the.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. Like, hopefully Subterranea lid. But it was cool. I'd never heard of that before. I'm sure it's in the comics, but I'd never heard of that before.
But yeah, I think what's left just more detail in the credit scene.
Well, Sue.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Sue dies.
Sue dies.
bites
Final-
the dust.
My bad. I
Final
forgot.
plot point.
Yeah. So what do we think?
I don't know. I guess I didn't expect Franklin to revive her. I was like, do they actually just kill Invisible Woman?
I was.
Movie has balls.
I knew right away that Franklin's gonna bring
You
her back
did?
to life. That's the
It wasn't until I saw like Franklin like reaching for it. I was like, okay,
that,
he's gonna
Yeah.
revive.
that's the obvious conclusion to take from it, because if Franklin is supposed to be the most powerful being ever,
True.
of course, that's how they're gonna bring her back. Because also she has a chair for Doomsday. We know
true.
we know she's
Right.
gonna be in it.
But I didn't know like how they're going to do it, because obviously in 07 Silver Surfer brought her back. So I was
Yes.
just like, what
Because-
reason are they going to?
There was no point where I was afraid that they were gonna die because I knew the entire time. Oh, they all have chairs
I think that was a mistake.
for Doomsday.
I saw a TikTok on why the chair announcement should have waited until after Fantastic Four.
Because-
and I'm like, fair.
It was the same thing for Thunderbolts.
And Thunderbolts, you're so right.
Because they all had chairs also.
So,
Oh wow.
except somebody.
Yeah, except
Yeah, I didn't think about
Taskmaster.
Thunderbolts. That's so true. They really should have waited. Wow.
This goes back to that first conversation about Pedro that you guys had.
Yeah.
That's like the one time in the movie when he's sitting there trying to bring her back. That is one time I have heard one of his other characters come out in this movie heavily, was when he was trying to bring Sue back, because all I could hear was him holding his daughter in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It sounded the exact same to me.
Also,
That's like the only time.
Side note: that CPR he was doing was not great. They needed I don't know. It just looks so goofy when he's just barely pressing on his chest at all.
I'll defend it because
It's just like,
his wife is dying in front of him, and so
Yeah.
maybe he's
well, I
like,
think in
let
universe,
me make sure that the guidelines that I'm following are right.
Well, I
Yeah, it
think
was goofy.
in universe he's actually doing CPR. I just think it's a movie mistake.
Okay.
Because
fair.
I mean, in real life you have to push
Yeah,
super deep
super
in
hard.
yeah,
there.
but
Maybe Mr. Fantastic is not CPR
But that-
certified.
Maybe he should be. But that scene when he's trying to revive her is the scene where I'm like, okay, that's Mr. Fantastic. Like, that's when it finally clicked.
Mhm.
I liked him before, and I thought he was great as the role, but this is like, wow, like his performance was really good. And I obviously didn't watch Last of Us Season 2 because I don't hate myself, but he was great in the first season, and I thought that scene was very
yeah,
good.
I thought that scene was good at showing the family again, because they were all distraught from it.
Yes.
Because like Johnny, that's his sister.
No, that's crazy. Yeah.
And like we learned before that him and her were in a car crash that killed their mom, I believe.
I think
Yes.
parents.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
'Cause
no, because
she said the dad wasn't great, but he tried his best.
Oh.
yeah,
But mom was R.I.P.
yeah. So yeah, then Johnny was distraught. Ben was distraught. Pedro
Obviously, yeah.
was great, and then yeah, they bring in the baby, and then she's back, and then they're all happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then surprise, the world's not dead.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like,
I was and the credits rolled.
Yeah.
There's a little quick little scene where they're trying to buckle in the car scene. It was over. And I'm
that
like,
was great.
I
It was so
I
funny.
love that.
It was funny, but the thing in my head, I'm like, is it over? Like the music started playing. I'm like, it's over. I was like, Doomsday. Like, wait, we forgot to. But now I'm like, good, because that makes this a very independent movie, and I
Yeah.
like that it doesn't.
It's
You
less,
don't have to watch 3 million hours of content to understand it.
it's
I think
less predictable.
Yeah, very much so. I was not expecting Franklin, and some of the CGI, yeah, with the baby and the thing holding him, looked silly. But you're taking a CGI Rockman, and you're trying to incorporate. The baby was real, by the way. There was like 1 or 2 shots where it was CGI. It was a real baby. They just didn't do a great job at kind of. And obviously, you can't make a baby act, so they're like, "Hey, Franklin, walk on this woman and revive her." So I mean, they did what they could, and I think
And to be fair, like this is a movie that's really hard for CGI.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single character in there requires a lot of CGI.
Correct. And so when you take a baby and you're putting on Ben, who's CGI, and you're like, make him look as good as we can. And there were a couple where I'm like, but
Yeah, I
It
noticed
is
it the
what it
second
is.
we watched. There's like a scene where they're pulling up with like a car, and inside they look like cartoon characters.
It happened.
It's very brief, but definitely noticeable.
Yeah, so credits roll, and then we get to the credit scene. Sue is reading books to it's 4 years later.
Yep, so it's 4 now. Yep.
4.
But
But
on.
so Sue is reading stories to Franklin.
Yep.
and we learned that his favorite book is like a famous science book.
It's like Galileo or something,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Or
it was-
some.
I think it was Darwin.
or Darwin, yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. And so she goes to get him a different book. She comes back. Someone's talking to him.
Someone's stealing him. Somebody with a metal mask and a green hood.
Mask looked good. Looked very
Mhm.
traditional Doom.
Yeah, we see Doctor Doom.
Yep.
If you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was Doctor Doom. Everybody.
It's very brief. We don't see him fully. It's his side profile bent down talking to Franklin, and he has the hood up. Mask is off in hand in perfect shot for the camera to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's brief. We don't see his face. We don't hear him say anything.
Yep.
But yeah, Doom's here.
Doom is here.
Doom.
Do we? I'm gonna give my opinion on why I think it is, but do we think that was RDJ?
I don't think it was him physically.
Think
If he was there physically, they would have shown his face.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would show him in the end credits of a different movie. I think they're waiting to show him until Doomsday. I don't think they would just have him. Oh look, RDJ. Oh, it's over. I think they're
Yeah.
saving that.
Well, I
reveal.
understand why they did that, but I don't think like the actor RDJ was physically
Yeah.
doing it.
What do you think?
I think it was a stunt actor.
I think it was RDJ.
Or as a random person. Because why would they want to pay him $50 million for
Well,
3 seconds of screen time?
that is on the set of Doomsday. So
Yeah.
the Russo brothers shot that scene, which I think is the biggest contributor to that being RDJ.
On the
because
shot, on
that
the
set-
set of Doomsday.
Yes.
It's Doomsday's set.
Yeah, so that lead like, hey, RDJ's already there. This is the Russo brothers filming this scene. They're filming Doomsday. This is on the set of Doomsday. Doom in the credits is just a question mark. And I think, why would it not be RDJ? Because the Russo brothers shot it. It's on a different set, the set of Doomsday. All the cast is there. So why would it not be? And then
I-
to have them,
why would they
have
go
them put a
through the-
question mark.
Why would they go through the process of getting him to act in a scene? that
They
he's not
didn't,
gonna-
because they probably just shot that in correlation with Doomsday and then just
They
slapped
probably
it on.
Yeah,
just,
well, I'm just saying-
just got
Fantastic Four.
a random
Whether
person
he
to
films
throw,
it
throw
or
on
random
a
person
costume.
does it.
Then they
It
wouldn't
doesn't
have.
matter.
I don't think he would have been in the credits if it wasn't RDJ. I think the fact that it's the directors and it's a
Was-
completely different set.
What was he credited?
No, it said Doctor Doom question mark. That gave it away to me. I'm like, they would put.
Yeah, I mean, if
they
he-
would put
if he
Seth
was-
Neil or some
If he was
random
acting in
guy.
the movie, he would have shown up through credits.
But they did. It says Doctor Doom question mark. I think the fact that they're not going to
Are you
put
talking
RDJ.
about the score of all the song titles at the end there? Or do you mean the actual credit list?
No, there's credits at the last one said Doctor Doom question mark.
It's probably not RDJ then.
I think it is. It's
I
the movie.
think-
It said the movie. The movie.
I think
is
it's
in.
not because I think that they don't want to acknowledge the fact that it's not RDJ under there.
And also,
Then they would have.
I mean, it's already been revealed that he is Doom.
But they didn't want to show him.
So why
So
would
they
it be a
didn't.
question mark? Because we know who's
They're
going to be
playing with
it.
the audience,
But
the
audience
general
knows.
audience.
We've known.
I
for-
think it is.
we've known for like 2 years now. But
Which take that with what you will. But I think since it's on a different set, they filmed it while they're shooting Doomsday. I think it's obvious, but maybe it isn't. Maybe it's not RDJ.
It's one of the Russo brothers, actually. Both
Could
of them.
be. They're
Both
both.
of
They're
them.
always in one
Both
of
of them
their.
in a large coat.
He looks huge. He's kneeled down. I'm like, that guy's a unit.
Yeah, but yeah, I think personally, I think the Thunderbolts credit scene was better
I did too.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like 4. It was long.
because that one did a better job at getting me more hype for Doomsday than this one.
Right.
It's still a great scene, but we don't get.
I know, I just wish there was more to
Yeah,
it.
there's nothing to it. Like, oh, Doom's here, we know.
Maybe they could have had him like stand up and say one line, and then as he's turning around, it stops. Like just a little more.
Yeah,
leading
that-
into something.
That would have helped probably, because like with Thunderbolts, we have a whole conversation that sets up a conflict for the movie
Yep.
of like who are the real
And that's
Avengers.
the longest end credit scene in any MCU movie. That's
it
it's
really?
it's over 4 minutes long. It's so long.
Yeah,
It's 4 minutes.
Or like 350. It's long.
it's all scene.
And also Russo brothers, like also on the set
Yeah.
of Doomsday.
But yeah, so it it didn't bring down my hype, but it just didn't add to it.
It added a little bit, but it was just like, oh, Doom's here. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't anything after that where we have to get to Earth 8, whatever, and get to the MCU and stop him from taking, like,
Mhm.
from stealing Franklin's power. Like,
He was doing something. Yeah.
there was just a lot, which is fine. There's a lot of setup to do, which is why you have an Avengers movie, which is why it better be Endgame length or longer. If it's not 3 hours, we're cooked. But I think they'll be good. Russo brothers are good. They'll do well.
Yeah.
So,
Justin, back to your question from earlier about
Oh.
what comic book it was
Did you
that
find it?
invade Latveria from Nick Fury and the Avengers. It is actually titled Secret Wars.
No way.
I
From
knew it.
2004 to 2005, Nick Fury and a team of superheroes invade Latveria to confront, but it wasn't Doom. It was Lucia
von
Bardis,
Lucia von
who
Bardis.
was
Yeah.
secretly arming supervillains with Doom's technology, according to the. And then this invasion occurs without the U.S. government approval.
Wow, I'm on fire. So they
Yeah.
just reboot Secret Wars like every year. There's just like 10 different Secret
Probably.
Wars.
But-
I mean, yeah, because like with DC, there's Crisis on
Right.
Infinite Earths, and there's like 12.
And they
of
have
those.
Civil War, and they have Civil War 2, which Civil War 2 wasn't great. But interesting. So 2004, 2005, Secret Wars. I wasn't crazy. I was like, it's called something like that.
How
Like,
many Secret Wars can there be?
what are we, some kind of...
Secret Wars.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh, brother, this
This
guy
guy
stinks.
okay, so end credit scene. It's just it's fun little
It's fun,
gag
yeah.
of the cartoon.
Yep.
Of Fantastic
I
Four.
did like that.
You didn't?
I did.
Oh, you did. I did too.
I was just like, what are we doing?
I mean, I like to have. I
It's
like
fun-
fun ones.
It's fun, but it's like
I would have switched
like the
them.
one, like the first Spider-Man movie. When you wait for the end credits. scene,
So
and it's just Captain
good.
America talking to you
I-
about patience.
I think now I'm fine with it, but like in the moment, I was waiting for something big, and so I was a little like disappointed. I was like, oh,
I wish they would
what
have
is
switched
this?
them. I wish the joke one was in the middle, and then the big reveal was at the end. Because
Yeah,
that would have
that-
been like, ooh, like what a good end cap. Which
Yeah.
is... It's such a nitpick, but...
That's what they did with Thunderbolts, because the first one was the joke one with
Yes,
with him,
Wheaties.
yeah,
Exactly.
in the store, and then the last one was
So good.
yeah.
What was the first Thunderbolts?
They're like David Harbour. He's in a supermarket.
Oh, yep.
He's like,
And
oh,
the
look at
cereal.
the Wheaties
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember that.
He has like 5 different beards throughout that movie because like he has one in mid credit and then he has a different one in the end credit. You can tell they're all shot different times.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. I don't think it's fair to criticize Fantastic Four for not setting up a different movie more. So I'm not going to count that against the movie.
Yeah, that's
I was just
separate from the movie.
expecting more, which
Yeah.
I'm glad. In retrospect, it helps this movie that it doesn't have that baggage of having to set up something else. It
And even
exists.
if it's not something the MCU at all, you could. It's just a set up to the
100%.
next one.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
just Doom's just the villain of
Yep.
it, and
Yep.
I do-
All right.
100%.
So, yeah, our next movie is Spider-Man, and then Doomsday, and
That's
Like
crazy.
20
It feels
years
like it's
ago.
so long, it's so far away. It is. It's only July. Next December, we have to
just
for the payoff of this movie.
jeez.
Because it's next December, 26, right?
yeah,
Oh
for now.
gosh.
For now.
Yeah, it'll be
Probably
May of
May,
27.
yeah.
Because that's also the same day as Dune, which Dune was there first. So I'm like, wow, Disney, that's pretty crappy of you. So I feel like they'll move it just because it's not gonna be done. They have 500 actors in it.
Because also, do they want to fight Dune for box
No.
office?
They're both cannibalize each other. That's what we saw like
Yeah.
it was 2 summers ago with Spider-Verse, Indiana Jones, there's Transformers, Indiana Jones, Spider-Verse, there was The Flash, and they all underperformed. Some of
Yeah.
them did well, but they're all the same demographic, so like you're going to lose money when you're opening.
Mhm.
There used to be counter-programming with DC where it was one dark and one light. They both do well because they're 2 kind of different audiences, but with this, no. Like, one of you's got to move. But that's a topic for another day.
So, does that do it?
You know,
I think it does.
Yeah,
totally talked.
I think we talked about everything.
Talk about everything. Great movie. Go see it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Superman.
Yeah. So, subscribe.
Yes,
yeah.
like and subscribe. We will
Please,
have all of
please.
our socials in the description. We have TikTok, Instagram. Obviously, they're not super full of anything exciting yet because we're just getting started. But like I just said, we're just getting started. So this has been Justin
Nick,
Jay.
and producer Rick.
Rick.
P. Rick.
I'm just back here.
Making sure the magic continues to happen. Like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on the movie. Maybe something. Leave some questions. Maybe if you want to. We could do a Q&A segment at some point in the future. We could do probably a whole episode on that if we get enough of them. But yeah, we will see you guys in the next episode. And have a good day and take care.